Have Krista.
All right. Yeah, I got a question for Krista here.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I got this text message the other day from Willow's owner, Riley. It's a long one. You ready? Interesting question / scenario for your next podcast. How do we approach going on walks, socializing with other dogs that don't have any structured training? For example, I've been trying to socialize my dog with one of my friends. She had a golden doodle. Had or has. Nice dog, but no training. So no concept of yes and no, heeling, walking nicely, etc. If we wanted to go to a walking trail, would I effectively ignore her dog and still enforce my dog's rules when walking? My question is that my dog gets high-strung that taking her on a walk with another dog would cause frustration being on a leash when there's another dog that is just walking around and sniffing freely.
This one's really easy. Don't associate with people who have untrained dogs. Just kidding.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you're going to have friends with dogs that aren't trained, but your dog's still held accountable in all those situations. I would look at it as any other distraction. You're on a walk, the other dog's next to you, whatever, sniffing, doing whatever it wants to. Willow is still required to be in a heel. So I would just look at it as any other distraction and enforce a heel with her. As for socializing with another dog, you don't really have, if you don't have any way to add structure to playtime, you kind of just have to let some of those things go or get the dog trained. I don't know. What are you smiling at me for?
That was good.
Oh, okay.
I look at stuff like that, like is it if you're walking down the street and there's dog across the street that's pulling and lunging and barking, is that an excuse for your dog to start pulling, barking, and lunging?
Yeah. No.
Right? What if that dog is 20 feet away?
Yeah.
Is it still?
No.
What if that dog is 5 feet away?
No.
Right? So, no matter what the rules are for the other dog, your dog's rules don't change.
Yeah.
So you enforce them all the same.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, going for a walk with another dog in general, I think there's kind of a mentality that establishes if you're out for a walk with another dog or another person and another dog or whatever it may be, where after the first couple minutes, they kind of realize they're with each other, the novelty of it goes away, and all the dogs kind of chill out organically from that, right? Look at pack walks, right? They got that freaking Shaker Heights pack walk on the east side. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. They do like 120 dogs on a
Holy
weekend.
shit.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Madness. Just absolute chaos.
Are any of them actually trained, though?
Some
or
of them.
is it just...
A lot of local trainers have started using it. Like I know Lorenzo's takes dogs there.
Yeah.
It's ran by 2 trainers. I believe Columbia Dog Training, as well as Chris Ramsey, which is like the Shaker Heights Dog Academy or whatever. And, but it's also open to the public. So like anybody can bring their dog. And if you follow their Facebook page, like people posting it all the time. Like I saw this one, I think yesterday.
We should go. Let's take Vinny and Duke.
It's not good.
Toonie wouldn't be the best.
Here we go. Where is it?
Obviously.
Somebody asked one day ago, hello, this is in the Shaker Heights Pack Walk group. Hello, everybody. I'm bringing my dog for his first walk, but I'm a bit hesitant. He has never been around so many dogs at once and can be aggressive with other dogs. Any suggestions for dominant alpha type dogs? The walk seems like it may be a great opportunity for him to see dogs behaving appropriately. What was it like the first walk?
I love when owners are like, oh, if my dog sees another dog doing it, they'll follow suit. And it's like, no.
Learn from the other one.
Yeah.
But anyways, the fact of the matter is, like, listen, like, we could have a whole conversation about the pack walk and if it's a good idea or a bad idea or what. But the fact of the matter is all these untrained dogs go there. And yeah, for the first like 20 minutes of it, it's just dogs freaking out, losing their minds, stuff like that. And then a good majority of them just kind of fall into the groove of like, we're in a large group of dogs and we're kind of past it. Right.
Yeah.
So I think walking with other dogs is very similar. We have a lot of clients that have reactive dogs that will go and walk with other dogs, their friends' dogs and stuff. And I think it's beneficial for them,
Yeah.
So I don't think anything changes.
Yeah.
Right. Now I would not be trying to use it as a means of socializing the dogs. Right. If you're going to go for a walk with another dog, go for a walk with the other dog, and you guys both keep your dogs under control as best as you can. But really, if they're on the leash, there shouldn't be a whole lot of interacting. That being said, I have gone on hikes with friends before where we let the dogs off leash, and we'll use that as an opportunity to socialize the dogs together. And sometimes I think that could be beneficial because there's so many outside distractions going on. The dogs aren't going to be as hyper fixated on each other, so it's not going to be as intense of this like social meeting as you would see in like a little play session in like a yard or something. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you see out in like when you're in California or in New York, were there a lot of pack walks and stuff? Was that a big thing?
I probably wasn't as aware of them as I am now if I were to see them. I'm sure in California there was a lot more, but I wasn't really into following many trainers out there. So I don't know. But we used to do that in upstate New York. We used to do, it wasn't open to the public, but pack walks or group classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the pack walk?
I think a lot of people go into it hoping it'll solve issues or expose their dog to things properly, but they go into it without any training to control their dog in such a overstimulating situation. And I would, if I were to do a pack walk, I would first want to know, do I have control over my dog and do I have some training so I can apply it to this situation that's going to be overstimulating? So I think it'd be great if you had like some foundation first, but yeah, 120 dogs though. I mean, that's
It's
a lot.
madness.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Like I've seen it a couple times. They do it around like Shaker Lakes on the east side. And I used to do lessons at Shaker Lakes all the time. And there would be a couple times I was doing a lesson and then heard the pack walk coming from around the corner. And it's just this parade of dogs.
Were they
just
all insane
nuts.
or were they pretty chill?
Hit or miss. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, you got trained dogs, you got untrained dogs,
Yeah.
you got kind of trained dogs, you got trainers, you got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. It's probably more a hot mess at that volume.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think there are probably people out there that are doing it in a somewhat beneficial way. Like Anna, for example, right? Like she has a pack walk she was doing for a little bit or is still doing, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Where it was like smaller groups. I'm pretty sure she had like 5 to 10 dogs at it or something like that. And I'm pretty sure they were all trained dogs by her. So she had a little bit more control over who all is coming to it, right? Where it's not going to be counterproductive at least.
Yeah.
I had the conversation the other day with Nina and Tucker's owner. She was asking, she was like, oh, because she was talking about how she used to take Tucker to, there's another pack walk on the west side, like Elite K911 does like a pack walk or whatever, right? And she's like, yeah, I used to take him there, and he did all right, whatever. She's like, should I take him back, this, that? And then she started asking, she's like, are you ever planning on doing like a pack walk or something? And I was kind of thinking about it, and I think in theory they're a good idea, no different than a group training class is a good idea from the standpoint of once your dog's trained, you got a place to work on some stuff with some distractions and be around a group of people that are, of the same mind and doing the same things and stuff like that. I think from a training standpoint of just like getting your dog out and about to different distractions, I think it's good. That being said, I don't think that they're as productive as everybody thinks they are. Like you were saying, like you said, people think they're going to solve issues. They think they're going to help socialize their dog. They think it's going to be a good place for them to go get their dog past reactivity and stuff like that. And the fact of the matter is you can do that outside of a pack walking setting, right? And in some cases, some of these larger pack walks or less controlled ones, I think are more counterproductive because you figure like reactivity in particular, right? It comes from that stress of the dog feeling trapped, right? You stick a reactive dog right in the middle of 50 dogs in front of them and 50 dogs behind them. How is that relieving any sort of sense of feeling trapped?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing I don't get about it is they stick them like right in the middle where like there's a dog 3 feet in front of them, 3 feet behind them, like, and then again, like 50 plus going both ways.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's got to be the most stressful feeling ever to someone.
I probably would be
trapped.
stressed.
Are you
I'd
kidding
be
me?
stressed.
I feel trapped.
Yeah.
And then you figure you got some of these dogs that may be working through issues, that are, lunging at some of them and things like that. It's just, I really think it makes it worse in some of those cases. So if I were to ever do it, it would be more of a group setting type thing. And I would not be doing it with the advertisement that this is going to solve all your dog's issues. It would just be kind of a fun little extracurricular thing to be able to do.
Yeah. Because when I used to run group classes, like looking back, they were not productive at all.
Yeah.
The dogs, weren't really well trained, and two, we weren't really holding them to a higher standard like in those sessions, and it was just spread so thin between 15 people that you can't really work on any issues in that setting, you know. You kind of have to go into it with groundwork, I think, or some foundation.
I think group settings is another one where, you know, people go into it with the same expectation as like the pack walk, where they think they're going to train their dog in the group setting and do all this kind of stuff, where that's not going to happen. But it can be a cool extracurricular thing once your dog is already trained. You know, no different than daycare lets us keep our eyes on the dog and interact with the owner from time to time and keep the communication open. I think the group setting is similar. You know?
Yeah.
Did you ever do any group classes or anything?
When I was like little, I did a
When
class.
you were little?
Yeah, when I was a child, I did a PetSmart class with my dog Stevie.
Oh.
And their motto...
Was it a Chihuahua?
No, it was an Akita.
Oh.
The Akita. Their motto was KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And it was just about keeping everything really simple with dog
How old
training.
were you?
Middle school.
Oh.
But it was
pretty
like
young.
clicker training, so all the people would be clicking their dog training things at different times, and it was just a mess, and the dog was terribly trained.
Group
I
setting.
didn't get anything out of that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was that dog festival thing that was in Lakewood?
Spooky Pooch Parade.
Yeah.
What?
That slaps. I'm a big Spooky Pooch Parade person.
Yeah. But
Did you dress Toonie up?
I didn't put a lot of effort into it the first year, but now with COVID, it was canceled last year. So this year,
yeah.
yes, we're going to do.
Actually, my client actually won that competition. I think she got a year free of dog food.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But there was
It was
I just
Toy
remember
Story.
seeing there was quite a few dogs there that were just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You know, and then they're like, oh, Fido, set. And he's just like,
And Fido's
Like,
in like
yeah.
a sweater,
yeah.
with, like
yeah, with like,
dressed up like a horse. And he's like, "What is going
yeah,
on?"
has no idea what is going on. Yeah, that's just like another one of those situations. It's just like, you should probably, I don't know, think about what you're putting your dog into before you take it there.
Does anybody name their dog Fido anymore?
I don't know. I'm just old, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a
wanna
60s thing.
If there's a Fido in Cleveland, I'll train it for free.
Yeah, I actually haven't met a Fido ever.
I will.
Someone's going to
Fido.
name their dog Fido for free training.
I need like a birth certificate or something.
Birth certificate.
Okay, stating this is your real name. Social security card would do.